something weird. Like, really, really weird.
Okay. I think I'm going to go full-blooded killer again. We saved her the last 2 times, and I think it's time to kill her these next 2. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
We're going to make narrator proud this time. Enter the basement.
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Nope, full-blooded.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yep.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep.
Oh, this is it, isn't it?
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
We can't do the other choices.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's find out.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Hi.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
I'm supposed to be the killer here.
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Fine, we'll go together, see if I care.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Oh, honey, we've just started.
See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
Right?
For whatever that's worth.
Oh, shush.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor.
You're here to slay her.
Proceed, we'll just keep going.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do... He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Who are you?
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
We're just gonna do it again. Same thing.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Follow the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I have to touch the mirror. I do it every time.
You reach forward and rub your hand, but there was a mirror a second ago. Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
We will.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Nope.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Her hands are behind her back. She might be too.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Mm-mm. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Oh, I love how deranged she is.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
I like this version of her.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
Stop making it hard for me to be serious.
But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Would it be silly if I did it first?
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
I'm trusting you, narrator, but I don't believe you. Prove it. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
Fair. I mean, can't argue with that.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
You stabbed yourself in the back just to hide it from me.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
Nope.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically zero, but not truly. I think we're just gonna kill her. Screw it.
The princess falls silent, her
Nice.
smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Oops.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Oh, it's ours.
Hers at first, then yours.
Hee.
Hee.
Ow! What did she even hit us with?
I mean, her arm?
You stare down at your chest
The sword.
and at the
She's-
long, thin blade she impaled you with.
How? Behind you, right? Was I right?
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Oh, sneaky.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
It was in her leg.
You're going to die now.
Oh, so are you.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
In the vessel this time? Uh-oh. Is it because I went cold-blooded killer? Did I mess it up? What? Chapter 3? There's 3 now?
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Oh, my heart. Oh, I'm so happy.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
We made up our mind, narrator.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Who's the god now, narrator?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
The hunted.
Good. It's better that way. Without a
Stubborn?
fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
A handful, it seems.
This is our third?
Chapter 3, yeah.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Kinda.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
I like him.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, I'm really liking this branch.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Stab the mirror.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can't perceive it, one would say.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Break the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Okay.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone.
Surprising.
Surprise, surprise.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again.
You sound so done.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, princess.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Oh, she'll go down with us again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
I mean...
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Yeah.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
How'd you move your fingers with your swords like that? I mean, you just made it be. You're a god. So who am I to tell you what you can and can't do?
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Not if I get her first.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
No, I'll come to you.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
She has swords for arms. We don't. We're panicking. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it.
No, that's a terrible idea.
It's not.
A win's a win.
Yeah.
Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third?
I like him too.
A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares? Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
And stab myself.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
Neat.
And then you skewer yourself.
Oops.
Ow. Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo!
I thought that we were going to hurt her first before she got to us, not end ourselves first, but I'll take it.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Oh, I didn't see their name. I thought that was a cheated.
Nah, we'd know if we died. Right?
I missed you, contrarian. Welcome back.
You're on it. No, you're in it. Where the hell are you?
Well,
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
it's neither. We're at all times. There is no dead or alive. It's not that hard.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Yet.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Like 3?
This is 4.
4? 4? We're on chapter 3.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
What?
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Thank you. At least she's supportive.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Okay, time to just go crazy.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
No, let's get the gang together.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like, really, really weird.
That's what I'm thinking.
Come on, show me something new.
Oh, I will. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
I missed you, Smitten.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Thank you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
I think we're getting skewered.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
I mean, we're here now. Might as well go through them all.
Okay, let's go again.
The hero's just so nonchalant.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Easy.
She skewers you.
Is it just me or is the narrator starting to turn?
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, we know we don't care anymore. We're not part of our body. We're just trying to learn and adapt.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Oh, I'm sure.
She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
Or more. We're here all day.
None of this is working. Think.
I was skeptic.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
No, we have more chances. There's more of us. We can get this. Mutually Assured Destruction, Chapter 4. There's 4 now?
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Is the gang all here? Do we have everybody? What is this one? I started this one to have like as a joke. I thought it'd be funny to go like cold-blooded killer. I didn't think it was gonna turn. I changed the colors for the funny. I didn't expect it to get like this. Okay.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window?
No.
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
No, we're numb to it.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. Yeah, they're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
I mean, it's what she is.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
I'm so happy that Cheated seems to be leading this.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only
It's more of a slide. We know.
fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
I'm speechless.
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
But here I am. I'm a god now. I already told you that.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Is it a knife?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Mm-hmm. Does it keep going? That was amazing. Narrator, it was a very serious moment and you ruined it. I'm trying to be serious.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too.
Describe it. Describe the new thing, narrator. We can't see it otherwise.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
What? You're so cool.
Are you ready for what comes next?
How do you talk?
Holy shit!
Me too, hero. Exactly.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
So y'all agree?
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful.
Do you care?
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Technically.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Narrator,
What just happened? It's so quiet.
I fixed it. Him too. We can stop the narrator?
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Oh, I'm bringing you back to your other self, my dear. I'm technically the god now. You do not act, and yet... You do not act, and yet Through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Thank you. Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and the flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, the faster momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive. But neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. I brought you a present. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. Gaze into your reflection, silenced as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You're nothing at all. Is that a crow? Am I crazy? Looks like a crow. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
My narrator? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Are you part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
I like your eyes. I like how you're hard to tell. I think you're a bird. You're like a raven, but with teeth. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
A lot. If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design.
Wait, so you are different? Or you're just like the princesses where you're just multiple personalities, but you're still one entity? Echo, as you call yourself?
This construct you're in exists in many places at once.
Yeah.
Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
And so once I am whole, much like you and the princess, you can't send us back. Because there's no pieces to send us back to. Right? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Oh, fine. And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I am a god. Wait, I am the long quiet? I thought we were just in the long quiet. I guess that makes sense, actually. Why would you want me to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. so you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
But you can? So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why'd you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
They're shattered pieces of a puzzle.
Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Just like they could.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
But how do you know of its death and suffering? Like, you've never died. And every time we've died, we've been brought back, and it's just somewhere else. So who's to say that's not the case for everyone else? Unless you have proof otherwise. Mr. Narrator, you made me as a god, so would that make you above a god? Like, you said yourself as an echo, but are you technically also a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something.
Okay, what did you do?
So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
But you're not a god. Just a mortal who can make gods. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I don't. As a final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator is right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. I'm not the right colors for this. This is too serious. I can't just be like this for this. I'm gonna switch back. Hold up. Okay, I had to get my colors back. I feel like it's not right for me to end the game that way. I was doing it for the funny, not for the actual end. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. So pretty.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hello, Death.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Shifting Mound is a very interesting name. I mean, I guess I can see Shifting Mound, but I mean, do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, He gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, so we're gonna take a second. Hold up. We used to be one entire being, right? An entire creature, an entity. And this guy got really, really scared to death because it's spooky. It's something that's very difficult to grasp because we can't. We're incapable of it, and we never will until we experience it. And it's terrifying. So of course you do it. But at that point, you're hindering yourself as far as you know because you're stopping yourself from being able to go further. If there is a further, that's why it's such a mystery. I think we'll stick with her. I think we're going to try. Can we merge? Can we become one person again? I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
What do? Free yourself. You go with me? You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in an agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. It does not yield. The mirror?
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Grass? We have a grass scene? What? You're free and she's with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Head to the infinite, I guess. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you're aware just as you've always been and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Only new beginnings. Oh, I need to go back and get the other endings. You know I have to. There were so many choices. There's a lot, I think, that I missed. That was so good. I love the style of it. I love the way it was written. Main menu, I guess. Hi. I can't wrap up Awk Thoughts yet because I want to experience it all. I want to get all the endings. So until then, thanks for stopping by, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.